We welcome you live into Lakota East High School, where we are about to witness the 3-2 Lakota East Thunderhawks take on the also 3-2 Fairfield Indians. Big GMC matchup ahead of you. Fairfield ranked 3rd in the GMC, Lakota East ranked 5th. Fairfield coming into this game off a huge win against Lakota West, where they ended up winning a defensive battle 10-7. Put a lot of the GMC on notice after that game. Lakota East coming in after an embarrassing blowout to Princeton, 42-7 in Lockland High School. A neutral site game could have been playing a factor. Alex, what do you have for us in this matchup?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me on here today, but I think this is going to be a pretty high-scoring matchup. So far, Fairfield, in their past 3 games, they have completely shut down opposing offenses. Of course, starting 0-2 on the season isn't an easy task to overcome. They've done a good job. East, a really uncharacteristic loss last week. You know, East offense, they've been really dominant this season so far. Of course, you got guys back there like Ryder Hooks, Niall Knudsen, first in the GMC in passing yards. And then Chris Boyer, just a freak of an athlete there and a receiver. So I think that if East can get it going, this is going to be a fun game to watch. East has survived some low-scoring battles before. They beat Oak Hills earlier in the season, 14-7. So we know they can do it, but let's see if Fairfield can carry that momentum from last week's game into this game. Going to be a big one here tonight. Homecoming, crowds amped up. We're almost ready here.
You are right, Alex. Homecoming game for the Thunderhawks. I am Beck Lucas alongside my co-host Alex Tipton. Excited to bring you this GMC matchup as AJ Fitzstevens' kick will get fielded. Trying to find a lane, but gets wrapped down. Return there from Stone Butler, Fairfield DB. Lakota East once again won the toss, elected to defer, set their defense out there, let Fairfield's offense get going. Dominic back, Fairfield's quarterback. He's joined by their freshman phenom running back, Corius Booker, 5'7", 205 pounds as a freshman running back. He's averaging like 5.7 yards per carry, 386 yards in the year with 4 touchdowns. He was held in check last week. Lakota West holding him to just 21 carries for 56 yards. But against a not-so-great East run D, could be expecting him to have a big game. We'll see what Dominic Back goes for first play here. He will hand it off to Booker right up the middle, wrapped up by Dalton Cheney, the sophomore linebacker who's had a great sophomore season, Alex.
Corius Booker, he might not be the biggest guy on the field, but this guy plays with pure passion. I mean, he's just been amazing this season. He has the chance to really break off some runs here. East defense just going to need to be better. They started off strong. Of course, they shut down Centerville, but they're going to need to be real tout here today.
Yeah, Corius Booker just stands at 5'7", but he is 205 pounds. You see all 205 of those pounds on that run there, but he will be stopped short of the first down. Great job of contained by this Lakota East defense, who saw some great strides in improving their run defense last week against Princeton. I mean, you saw the stats at the end of the game, but most of those rushing yards were after you're already down 28-0 in the fourth quarter. This East defense has kind of shifted away from their 3-3-5 that they run. They're now running 4 down linemen, and it really worked. They were able to keep Princeton's running back David Hambrick and Zion Neal in check on the ground. It's got to kind of shore up some of those plays where the running back breaks loose. I feel like that's where they give up the most yards, on those big runs.
And East defense trying to set the tone early here, 3rd down and 1.
Not surprised to see them go run again, and Booker trying to get past everybody, thrown out of bounds by Ryder Hooks. A big run on 3rd down and 1, and Fairfield will have the ball already close to the 50.
Great job by Booker there, finding a hole, and a good job by Ryder Hooks getting him out of bounds. He's got some great breakaway speed. You don't want to let that guy get in the open field there, so good job getting him out of bounds, stopping the play here. And another first down here. Let's see what they do. Will they run the ball?
Corius Booker, just a freshman. It's going to be hard to tire him down. He's one of those players, you watch the game, he's in for almost all of the offensive snaps. Receiver falls down on the left side, looks across the middle and caught and brought for a first down. That is Greg Lawrence on the catch. Just a little drag about a Dominic back, just dump it off to him. A nice run after the catch as well. Pushed out of bounds by Braxton Thurman. It'll be another first down for this Fairfield offense.
Expecting a good game here from Dominus back. You know, just you don't got to be Superman. You just got to find those open lanes there, and that's exactly what he did, just finding the wide open throw in the middle of the field, and it sets up your offense with another first down. Let's see what they do here.
Dominic back now puts Tyrese Howes in motion. They run to his side of the field. Booker takes it to the right side. Spins for a gain of about 7, brought down by Beckett Bush, the safety. He's also had a nice year, 37 tackles, 15 of them solo. Been one of these defenders that has stepped up throughout the year and really just bringing guys to the ground. Want to see more out of guys like him, though, and Cole Miranda on the other side of the field. Cole Miranda having 2 picks on the year. Dominic back. Again, we'll just hand it off. Ground and pound right now for Fairfield, but he gets stuffed right at the line. Offensive line can't push him. It'll bring up another third down. I would not be surprised to see them go run again, Alex.
Great job by that East defense there, shutting down the run on that play. They're going to need to play tough on third down. They've given up some crucial third downs this season. Penalties have been a bit of an issue, but this is just a get-right game here. You know, you really got to – you can't let them push you. So far, Fairfield's just been moving right down the field. Let's see if they can get a big stop here on third down.
Michael LeCue to Dominic back's left. Corius Booker in the backfield again. They'll give it to Booker on a toss. He will get enough for the first down, finding a hole in that left side of that offensive line. Fairfield led by Cameron Krigler and Julian Young on the left side. Both juniors. A lot of this offensive line for Fairfield very young. 2 juniors, 1 sophomore. Everybody on that offensive line standing above 6 foot at least. Something that East cannot say. Carter Fosnov, the only guy on that East D line that's taller than those Fairfield offensive line, and that's really been the problem, is winning in the trenches. He will pitch it off to John Abramson, who tries to find a lane on the outside, but spun down. Ryder Hooks not letting him go anywhere. A huge loss on the play.
Another great play there by Ryder Hooks. He's just been a great two-way player so far in this game. He's been showing some real good plays here on defense. Just a nice job wrapping him down there. And it's going to be another second down here.
John Kinna did say, as good of a running back that Ryder Hooks is, he says he thinks he is an even better defender as Abramson will go into motion. Back, drops back now. A lot of time in the pocket. Will fire on the outside to Abramson. Broken up by Carter Jones. Great play that time by Carter Jones.
And that is just a dangerous throw there for back. A little bit uncharacteristic from him, but you just can't put that ball there. Had the chance to pick that off. So a long third down here. Let's see what they draw up.
That was actually Mason Thomas that he targeted. It was incomplete, and a now long third down. Didn't have too many of these against West last week. That's how they were able to pull out the victory back a lot of time again, but nobody downfield. Chased out of bounds and has to throw it away. It will be 4th down for Fairfield. P.J. McFarland on the pressure.
This Lakota East secondary, just a great job on that play, not allowing any open receivers to get down there. And back just kind of had to run around, couldn't find anybody, threw the ball away. And it's going to be 4th down already. 4th down and 13, and it looks like they're staying on the field here.
High school football at its finest. 30-yard line, 4th down and 13. Why not go for it? Too close to punt, too far for a field goal. Back trying to step up, under pressure again by McFarland, and throws it away on 4th down. Interesting decision by Dominic Back. Great job from P.J. McFarland to put the pressure on, and now he's going to trot back out there at tight end, try and catch some passes from Niall Knutson as East offense will hit the field for the first time this game.
East defense, great job setting the tone there on the first drive, but Dominic Back, you got to throw that ball downfield. Sometimes, even if it's not open, you just got to give your receivers a chance to make a play. Throwing the ball away on 4th down, just a bit of a confusing decision, but let's see what this East offense can do. Ryder Hooks, can he get started? Can he get hot here on this first drive?
Apologize for not having camera 2 quite ready. Problems with the HDMI cord. East will get to the line quickly, trying to get Ryder Hooks. That's actually Braden August on the carry. Pushed down for a loss that time. Gabe Ross, leading tackler for the Fairfield Indians on the tackle for loss. He's a defensive back that when you watch some of these plays, you're wondering if he's really playing linebacker the way he's all over the field. The leader on this Fairfield defense, 42 tackles on the year. Just a guy that is everywhere. You saw it on that play. Hooks is back in, and P.J. McFarland will make a nice grab. 5-yard gain for McFarland, and already a 3rd down and long for this East offense.
Not how you want to start for East here. 2 negative plays and a long 3rd down. I mean, this is just going to be a hard one to get here. You got to get started on offense. When East has gotten hot, they've gotten hot. But this Fairfield defense has just been incredible recently.
Knutson now on play action. Great blocking and nice catch by Chris Boyer. They will say he kept his feet in bounds. Chris Boyer, another huge catch for the 6'5", 200-pound senior receiver who's really cemented himself as the #1 target on this East offense.
Chris Boyer has just been amazing to watch so far. I mean, started off the season a little bit slow, but he's been getting more involved, been getting the ball.
A tight end screen to McFarland could be dangerous when he gets into space, but a really nice tackle by Gabe Ross, the safety, coming down and pushing McFarland out of bounds. It'll be a loss of about 4. So far, the screen's not working in this game.
Great job by Gabe Ross, just reading that play, read it like a book, and a long 2nd down here. Still got some breathing room, but it's going to be tough to pick up. You just don't want to put your offense in these kinds of situations. Can they get some of those yards back?
Go right up the middle to Ryder Hooks and nowhere to go. First penetration caused by Evan Colgrove, the junior defensive lineman for Fairfield. And not a good sign for East right now. You don't want to have Ryder Hooks being tackled in the backfield. Need to create some lanes for him. Just 9 carries for 9 yards last week against Princeton, and that really was the reason this East offense was not able to get going. Surprise, surprise, when Ryder Hooks runs for a lot of yards, this East team tackled out of bounds there, Ryder Hooks.
Ryder Hooks, not the guy you want running in open space there. You know, it looked like they had him stop back. He just finds a way to make plays, and that's the guy you want to give the ball to. Running, passing, anything you can. You've seen him on defense so far in this game. He is just a special player for Lakota East, the heart of this offense.
And a penalty on Fairfield will push that big play even farther up the field. What a nice catch and run from Ryder Hooks. That's all you want to see have happen, is just to get him into space. Princeton was all over him last week. Love to see him getting a lot of yards early. Braden August will sub in to give Hooks some rest. Sophomore running back looking to take over after Hooks is gone, and Knutson is dropped. Big sack from Jake Schwartz at his first sack of the season. Just came in there untouched.
And Jake Schwartz, he just leveled Knutson there. He's not a big guy, only 190 pounds, 6 foot, but just a great play there by him. And East backed up again, but so far Fairfield has struggled on third down plays. They've just haven't been able to capitalize. Can they finally get a third down stop here in a bit?
Knutson looking to throw again. He'll go to the outside to P.J. McFarland, and he will not reel in the catch. It'll bring up a 3rd and long, so disaster after the big play from Ryder Hooks and the penalty. It's going to be about a 3rd down and 18 for this East offense.
Let's see if they get Ryder Hooks involved here again. You saw in that last 3rd down just a short passing play, and he got the first. Their kicking game has been on and off so far this season. They've had some issues. They've also had their highlights, but big play here.
Knutson, fade ball to P.J. McFarland. Very handsy in the coverage, but no flag called. Kobe Lewis, the 6'3" junior DB, playing great defense on P.J. McFarland. It'll bring up a 4th and long now. And you see A.J. Fitzstevens out there to try the long field goal. We'll have to see if he sticks with that decision. A.J. Fitzstevens just 2 for 4 on field goals this year. Has a long of just 25. The kick is up. It's definitely far enough, and it is perfect. A great kick from A.J. Fitzstevens, and East will go up 3-0. We'll go into a little bit of a break here, try to fix any problems, trying to get camera 2 up and running for you guys. We will see you after the break. We welcome you back into the Hawks Nest homecoming game for the Thunderhawks, trying to show out for this home crowd. East already up 3-0 after a field goal gets set up by a 50-yard catch and run by Ryder Hooks. Fitzstevens will kick it away. It'll be a high kick to the left side. Fielded cleanly, trying to find a lane. This is Kobe Lewis, the DB, brings it up to about the 35-yard line. This East defense will trot back out there after forcing a turnover on downs their last drive.
Great job there by Kobe Lewis securing the ball. You know, that last drive, of course, that big play in the end zone, just deflecting that pass from McFarland. That's a tough task to be set up with, and he just made a great play. And, you know, Fairfield, they drove all the way down the field last time, went for it on 4th down, did not get it. So they've been able to move the ball so far, just couldn't capitalize on that drive. And another opportunity to score. Can they even it up or take the lead here late in this first quarter?
3 minutes, 59 seconds left. This East secondary was phenomenal on their last drive. They will hand it off to Corius Booker, the freshman running back, but he will go nowhere. Carson Schroyer and company taking him down for just a 1-yard gain. That's what this East defense needs. They need to force 3rd down and long. You saw it last drive when they get the third down and long. You saw it last week against Princeton too. Princeton always had third down and 5 or less. Obviously, you want to force these third down and longs. It all starts with first down. Nice job from this East defense. Just allow a 1 yard gain. Back now. Mason Wheeler in the backfield instead of Booker. They won't give it to Wheeler. Nice pump fake from Dominic back, but it goes nowhere. Might have been a miscommunication on the play, or simply just good coverage on the outside. Whatever it was, it is now 3rd down and 8.
This East defense just was not fooled on that last play. Got right to back there, and long 8 yards to go on 3rd down here. You know, it's going to be a tough spot. They really need to get things going. Of course, we saw last drive, but this East defense toughening up here.
Puts Wheeler in motion. He runs a real route. Back's going to try and fire it over the middle. Incomplete. Through the hands of Mason Thomas. Pass was a little bit behind him. A flag will be thrown, but this Fairfield punting team is out there holding on the offense. Penalty will be declined. It'll bring up a 4th and 8, so 2 really nice stands from this East defense. Showing the GMC what they've got.
East defense playing a bend, don't break kind of game here so far. Just a great job there on that 3rd down, preventing anything. I mean, just put pressure on the receivers, make them drop the ball. That's all you got to do here. The punt unit's out.
Punt is away. That's Jonathan Abramson. Fair catch caught by Braxton Thurman. Jonathan Abramson and Hunter Gajan splitting punts. Hunter Gajan actually averages the longer punt. Not quite sure why he wasn't out there for that punt, but nonetheless, East will take over at around the 29-yard line. Knutson trying to get things going. Has the best completion percentage in the GMC. But last week, Diggs struggled to move the ball, just 50%, 13 for 26. Obviously, you want to complete more of your passes. They will give it to Ryder Hooks on the stretch, who waits for his blocks to develop. He finds a hole, trying to push forward for more. Nice run from Ryder Hooks up to the 46-yard line. Finally building some confidence in this O-line.
Ryder Hooks, a good job finding a hole there. You know, just being patient with the ball. He waited a second there, another first down. Let's see, East just been driving down the field.
They'll give it to Hooks again. A nice hole opens up once again. Chris Boyer with a nice block. Down in the secondary. Crowd wants a late hit. They won't get it. Ryder Hooks, another big run, and the chains move again.
In this Fairfield defense, you can just see the frustration there. Ryder Hooks really getting it going here, finding holes. He's been a huge part of this offense.
This Fairfield defense was able to stay fresh last week. Their offense held the ball for a long time on their drives. Chris Boyer trying to fight for everything he can get on that screen pass. A nice pickup of about 5 yards. Boyer getting a lot more targets as the weeks move along. I mean, he's proved it. Had a bit of a drop problem early in the year, but has not dropped a pass since week 2. He's been the guy for East as they go to him again, and another nice grab from Chris Boyer. Pushed down by about 3 Fairfield defenders. He will be short of the first down, however. This East offense tries to keep going quick, trying to tire out this Fairfield defense.
Knutson there just finding Boyer a manageable first down. Actually, they gave him the first, so East with a fresh set of downs.
Knutson will go on the outside of Carter Jones, trying to make one man miss, trying to push for the first down. Will be taken out just a bit short, but a flag is thrown. It'll be holding on the offense.
That's just a crucial penalty for East there. You thought you had a short second down. Instead, it's going to be first down and 20 yards here.
I thought Chris Boyer might have been short on his last catch, but he was not. He did pick up the first down, so I thought it was going to be 4th down and 1, but now it is 1st and 20. They'll just hand it off to Ryder Hooks, trying to find a lane on the outside. Get a nice push from this O-line. 5-yard pickup for Ryder Hooks.
And so far in this game, Fairfield has just done a great job. I mean, defending here in their own territory. Last drive, East kicked a field goal after driving all the way down the field, so they're just really tightening up around here. Can they get a big stop? It's going to be 2nd down and 15, and let's see what East cooks up here.
Wildcat now. They'll just hand it off to Ryder Hooks, who puts a nice stiff arm out there, and he will push enough for the first down. Big pickup for Ryder Hooks. They finally get the Wildcat working. I mean, I get nervous every time Carter Jones takes that snap. It just seems like that Wildcat has not been nice to them this year. That time, beautifully run by Ryder Hooks and Carter Jones.
Ryder Hooks, there's a reason that he's 2nd in the GMC for rushing yards. This guy is just hard to tackle. He's slippery in the backfield there. You know, he can break those tackles there, but just a great job picking up that first. And Fairfield feeling some pressure here once again.
That will be the end of the first quarter, so we will step away and get back to you when the second quarter starts. East up 3-0 and driving. Hawks Nest. East getting up to the line quickly on 1st and 10. It'll fake the give to Ryder Hooks, toss it out to Chris Boyer, who makes a nice catch. Going to be close to the first down. Ref signaling that he got it. Gabe Ross in coverage. He will be short of the first down. 2nd and 1, but you already see Chris Boyer, like we've seen in the past couple of weeks, getting a lot of targets and a lot of catches.
Probably assume they're going to hand the ball off to Ryder Hooks here. Good job just rolling out for Knutson there, finding his open man, and Chris Boyer just been a huge part of this offense.
Say goes into motion. They give it to Ryder Hooks. He's had a nice first quarter, trying to do the same in the second quarter. A nice fight there from Hooks.
This Fairfield defense backed up in their own territory here. It's going to be a 1st down and goal for East in the student section right by these guys. So they've been pretty stout here so far. Let's see if they can get another stop, try to hold East to a field goal.
Their only touchdown last week in that 42-7 blowout in garbage time against Princeton's backups. And they'll go to the back of the end zone. P.J. McFarland wide open. It's too easy for P.J. McFarland, the big tight end, committed to Indiana. His 3rd touchdown on the season, and East will go up 9-0 at the start of the second quarter.
P.J. McFarland just getting back from his last drive there. He had that drop in the end zone last time. Well, the ball was broken up, but just a great job there by Knutson finding McFarland for the score.
Fitzstevens on the extra point. His leg is looking a little bigger tonight. I mean, he is booting these kicks. Saw it on the long field goal earlier. Nice extra point there. East is now up 10-0. East defense trying to keep the ball rolling. They've already forced 2 big stops, and Got to tell you, even though you allow 42 points to Princeton, it just seemed, especially in that first half where the score was 14-0, all East offense has to do is score, get their defense rested, and they can do big things. I mean, you hold Princeton to just 14 points in the first half last week. This East defense is good, and they've shown it. They've shifted guys. They've moved pieces around. They're finally figuring out how to stop the run. The secondary was never an issue. Everybody in the secondary very athletic, very capable of guarding anybody in the GMC. Just needed to figure out that run defense, and it's looking like they're doing that.
Still early in the second quarter here, but Fairfield's defense just getting pushed around so far. They need something from their offense. They need a spark. Let's see if they can get something going here.
Fitzstevens, a slow walk up, and then the booming kick. John Abramson not able to field it cleanly. Goes out of the back of the end zone. Touchback for Fairfield. Came a little close to squirting out of bounds there, but went through the back of the end zone. Dominic back, Corius Booker trying to get this offense going. Been able to do virtually nothing ever since that first drive. Might want to shake things up a little.
Fitzstevens, so far, he has just been awesome in this game. That kick there, the field goal, just doing a great job here. And Fairfield starting to feel a bit of pressure, down 10 here. They really, really need to get it going. Let's see if Back can find some open receivers, make some plays here.
They will give it off to Booker, the freshman running back. Dragged down by Dalton Cheney. A nice run, though. Will move the chains. Going to need to get him going at this Fairfield. Wants a chance in this one. Trying to get the spark that they need on offense. And I think what attributed greatly to their win last week against West is this team, in the second quarter, they took out the entire clock with one of their drives. Obviously got helped out by penalties, but they kept West's offense off the field for most of the game. Dominic Back will fake the give to Booker. Too far for his receiver, but they will call pass interference. A lot of holding there on Chris Leverett. Tried to find Kayvon Burns on a slant. It'll be 15 yards, and like I was just saying, Fairfield offense was able to hang in there and eke away the win because of some helpful penalties by the refs. East trying to shore that up. Don't want to give them too many free 15 yards.
A lot of contact on that play there. They've done a good job so far. You just can't start giving them these kinds of plays. You can't extend their drives. And a first down here for Fairfield. Let's see if Back can get something going. Booker's done a great job on this drive so far.
Back will take it himself now. He's got some wheels to work with. Brought down by Braxton Thurman, possibly saving a huge run from Dominic Back. Only 76 rushing yards on the whole year, but you got to take into account high school. They count sacks as loss of rushing yards for the quarterback. But Dominic Back, you saw it last year too. Not a guy with the biggest arm or the most accurate arm, but he's a starting quarterback for a reason. He's got some scrambling ability, and you see the wheels right there, flexing them on the read option. East got to look out for that.
Fairfield just moving the ball down the field, another first down, and they're really starting to get some momentum going here. Back he's been playing really well today. Great run there on that last play. Probably going to get Booker involved here on this one. Let's see.
Sun finally sets and the stadium lights come on. Booker hit a little bit in the backfield, but he just spins out of it. Brought down by Dalton Cheney. Another nice run for Corius Booker. You want to avoid first down runs like that. It's really what plagues you as a defense, is allowing big first down plays. It'll be about 2nd and 6 now as Booker will run to the sidelines to take a breath.
Booker just would not go down on that one. Makes it a manageable second down here. See if they get that passing game involved on this drive.
They will give it to Mason Wheeler on the outside, his first carry of the day, and that time dropped for a 2-yard loss. Cole Miranda coming from the safety spot to bring him down. Senior safety on this East team, one of the leaders out there, making a big-time play. It'll be 3rd down and 9 now. Fairfield not in a spot that they wanted to be.
Cole Miranda, just a great tackle there. He's really made an impact on this East defense. Of course, 3rd in the GMC. He's got 2 picks. This is going to be a long 3rd down and 9.
Back will drop back. Doyle trying to put the pressure on. He'll just take it himself. You see the wheels right there. Penalty flags fly. Fairfield crowd gets hyped. They think it's on East. Whatever the call is, it is a very nice run from Dominic Back. They're going to call face mask on that play. One of the East defenders is getting a little bit too handsy there. Already gave up the big run, and you just give them 15 more.
Dominic Back, 2 big runs in this drive so far, and that penalty just a killer for East there. You don't want to give these guys yards, and they've just been moving right down the field so far, done a great job rebounding from stalling out earlier, but going to be 1st down and 10 here. See if Back can maybe get his wheels going again.
They give it to Booker after he takes a rest. Tries to fight for yards, but he goes absolutely nowhere. This East D-line, led by Carter Fosnaugh, been really stepping up big here to start this game, not letting Fairfield break off too many big runs. Just want to keep Dominic Back in check as well. Having some flashbacks to that Mason game, D'Angelo Birch running everywhere. Don't want to get Back too comfortable to start. They will give it to Wheeler on the outside, and again, drop down, going nowhere. Carter Fosnaugh, Dalton Cheney with a big tackle. This East D-line just gets better after every week that goes by, obviously with a chip on their shoulder after that Princeton game.
Going to be 3rd down and 8 here. Carter Fosnaugh, just a beast there for East. 270 pounds, 6'2", and
it'll be a timeout called by Lakota East. We will step away for just one moment. We are back. Fairfield Indians now at a 3rd down and 8 after 2 of their runs getting stuffed by Carter Fosnaugh on this East D-line. We're able to convert earlier on a 3rd down just like this one using the legs of Dominic Back, keeper up the middle. We'll see if he wants to do the same thing here. East crowd getting loud. Receiver goes into motion, Back all the time again, but this time nowhere to go. Can't escape up the middle. It'll be 4th down. Sacked by Cody Doyle.
Dominic Back, ever since that rush, he's just been getting pressured here on every play. That's a huge stop for East defense. Not the first time they've had one of those kinds of stops here today. Last time they went for it on 4th down in this situation. This time they're going to kick the field goal here, see if they can get on the board. Hunter
Gagnon Just 4 for 5 on field goals this year. Cole Miranda gets in there, and it is blocked. A flag will fly, though. Fairfield trying to plead their case. They're saying it's on East. Would be heartbreak.
Still 4th down here, but man, you cannot have those kinds of penalties on plays like that. Going to be a bit of a more manageable field goal. Let's see if maybe they could try to get a block again here, but Fairfield just catching a break there. Going to have a second shot.
A big break that time. Gagnon will get a second opportunity after his first kick was blocked. Timeout called by Fairfield. We'll stay with you. Would have been huge for the momentum of this East special teams, who really needs it. They've had their struggles on punting, kickoffs, kicking. It's been a lot different than last year. I mean, last year you see all the onside kicks. Now, Kitna has not called too many of them. Last year against Fairfield, East came into Fairfield, walked away with a huge victory. JT Kitna tossed 5 touchdowns in a 59-17 rout. And you saw in that game a couple of onside kicks recovered, one of them by Cole Miranda. So far, no onside kicks in this game. Gagnon gets his second opportunity now. After his first kick was blocked, he'll get placed 5 yards closer, trying to put Fairfield up on the board. It is too low again. Gagnon couldn't get any air under his kicks. The first one seemed low, the second one even lower.
Wow, just unbelievable there. 2 blocked kicks in a row. And I mean, Fairfield just shooting themselves in the foot. That's the second time that they've been in East territory that they've come away with 0 points there. Just a great job by East defense, you know, after that first penalty there, just not budging. But, man, you can't miss those kinds of kicks. They could really come back to bite you, and 2 low kicks in a row, and can East capitalize off of that mistake by Fairfield there.
East with a lot of momentum in this game. They go Ryder Hooks on the right side, trying to find any blocks. He will get through some, makes a cut back into the middle of the field. Kind of got lost in all the blockers. But he will fight to the 31-yard line. I thought he might have got hit back at the line of scrimmage, but with Ryder Hooks, you never know what could happen. Big run there, and East going with the hurry up once again, trying to get this Fairfield defense tired. Carter Jones gets it on the outside. Really nice tackle, and he fumbled the football. They're going to say it's recovered by Fairfield.
What a turn of events here. Fairfield getting the ball back for their offense, and man, that is just a crucial mistake there by East. The screen game has really had its issues here today so far, and the first turnover of the game going to be a big one. Can Fairfield, they've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times here so far in this game. East defense still holding them scoreless, but going to be backed up again, just using those mistakes. Fairfield, they did it last week. They're doing it again here this week. They need to score on this drive here, though. 5:44 left in the second, and a first down, and they get it going.
Don't want to give Fairfield and Dominic back too many opportunities. This East defense is going to have to be asked to go out there once again and get some stops, and they will do just that on the first play. Corius Booker, nowhere to go. Might have tripped a little bit on the handoff. But, I mean, this is where great defenses are known, and this is where you really want to step up as a defense. It's not on when you're getting a lot of rest, when you're only asked to go out there so much because your offense just drives the ball down the field. Great defenses are made when you're on short time. You don't have a lot of time to breathe. Maybe your offense scores quick, or like you said, like happened just there, a quick turnover. If East defense really wants to right the ship and show the GMC that they've really got something to them, this is where they can do that. Abramson goes into motion. They'll hand it off to Booker again. spins out of a tackle. We'll get close to a first down, but it won't be enough. Going to bring up that a 3rd and 4. Booker once again will go off on 3rd down.
And Booker just picking up a couple of yards there, making it a little bit easier for this offense here. And East defense, you know, just kind of shocked a bit from that fumble there, but they've done a great job not giving up anything too big. This is a manageable 3rd down. Let's see what they do here. They're going to hand the ball off, throw the ball. So far, Back has done a great job in this game.
He'll fake it to Whalering on the outside and almost picked off by Chris Leverett, but it bounces right into the hands of Kayvon Burns. Oh my goodness.
What just happened, folks? That is high school football in a nutshell there for you. Just a crazy tip drill play. Great job there, Fairfield, not giving up on the play, but man, you just got to pick that ball off. That was just huge there for Fairfield getting a break.
That time Gagnon will get his kick up in the air. But my goodness, that could have been a crazy momentum boost for Chris Leverett, but he's got DB hands. There's a reason he's out there on defense. Great job from Kayvon Burns, though, to keep concentration on the football. I mean, didn't have to concentrate too hard. I mean, that was gift wrapped right to him. So Fairfield will tack on a touchdown, and it is 10-7 now with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first half. East offense going to try and score one more touchdown before halftime. You might see them run the ball still on this drive, only with 4 minutes left. Might just want to run out the clock, go into halftime with a 2-score lead. Gagnon will kick it off. Back there to turn is Carter Jones and Braxton Thurman. Jones fumbling the last time he touched the ball. Gagnon could aim the kick his way.
East hopefully trying to run the clock out here and score. Just a big turn of events there. Could have been a pick, but instead they're going to need to get it going on offense here.
Fielded by Cole Miranda that time, and great coverage.
Cole Miranda there, another one of those guys that you see playing two ways here, and it seems like their whole team just, you know, you've seen them on offense and defense, but good job fielding the ball there. They're going to start on about their own 30-yard line here. Try to run out that clock, get some more points on the board before half. Just cannot give that ball back to Fairfield there after that last drive.
It's Josiah Leonard on the tackle. Couldn't quite see the number there. Knutson now just hands it off to Ryder Hooks, who's had a more normal first half that we're used to seeing than last week. Not too much on that run. But they're going to say he got a push enough to gain about 6 yards. Not quite sure where he fell in that pile, but really nice job from this East O-line getting that push. Knutson will give it to Ryder Hooks again, who cuts it up the middle of the field, and again will pick up a first down to the 42-yard line. Ryder Hooks looking like his normal self.
Just been a great game for both of these running backs here. Of course, Ryder Hooks, the big name. Then you've got Corius Booker, but East, you know, after that last drive on defense, just not getting shocked, just going down the field.
And not really pressed for time. They've been able to run about 4 plays now in just a minute, so
Fairfield
doing really good, keeping control of this clock, just taking what the defense is giving them. Tackled down there that time by Axel Rogers, the premier guy on this Fairfield linebacker core. 25 tackles on the year. He has 4 tackle for losses and a forced fumble. Once again, they'll go with the run. This time it's to Carter Jones. Gabe Ross flies in there and makes a really nice tackle on Carter Jones. I mean, I don't even know where Gabe Ross is lining up. He's just flying in there every single play. You don't see a DB. You don't really see a DB have 7 tackle for losses in just 5 games. I mean, he is everywhere right now, and he's lining up back there in the safety spot.
Third down and manageable here. East trying to pull a Fairfield and just, really take this clock out, move down the field, and that is a very costly penalty there. That's on the defense there for Fairfield.
Encroachment called on Axel Rogers, a bit too jumpy. So East doesn't even have to try on 3rd down and 5. Clock is ticked down to just 2 minutes and 11 seconds.
Bit of an uncharacteristic play there for Rogers, of course. I mean, he's been amazing for this Fairfield defense. And a 1st down for East trying to run this clock out.
Knudsen now, great time in the pocket. Goes right over the middle to Carter Jones, who makes a nice catch, but is hit hard again. Jake Schwartz on the tackle, but it is a nice catch for Carter Jones and a nice throw for now Knudsen.
Carter Jones was wide open in the middle of the field there. Fairfield just, that's not a play you want to give up. I don't know how he got that open, but East moving down the field, just minute 40 seconds here. 1st down, let's see. Can they get some more points on the board here before half?
East still has 2 timeouts left. A lot of trickery now. Knudsen will fire deep to Chris Boyer. Pass is broken up. Stone Butler in coverage.
A lot of contact on that play there. Good job by Butler, but man, that could have been a flag there. Still Fairfield just holding them there, not letting the trick play fool them.
Apologies, that is Axel Rogers on defense, a linebacker flying from his spot. You see him down there on the D-line. Not sure how he got out there time enough to guard Chris Boyer. It'll go deep again, this time to Carter Jones, who turns around and makes the catch. Touchdown, Carter Jones.
What a play call for East there, just running the same thing, kind of 2 plays in a row, not afraid to throw the ball down there on 2nd down. And Carter Jones comes up with a huge grab. East, still 1:21 left here in the 2nd quarter for Fairfield, but that is just a huge play for this East offense there. Finally getting a big passing play down the field. See if they can take a 10-point lead here on this extra point attempt.
Carter Jones redeeming himself after the costly fumble that led to the Fairfield touchdown. What an adjustment in the air by Carter Jones to turn around and catch that football. AJ Fitzstevens puts the extra point up on the board. Just 1:21 left here in the 1st half. This Fairfield offense only able to score 10 points last week. East already putting up 17. I want to go back to that game like Fairfield had against West. I mean, that was genuinely shocking. West, not a team that loses trap games like that. Obviously, losing their #1 receiving threat, Tyson Davis, played a huge role in that loss. Didn't have him against Princeton, lost that game. Didn't have him against Fairfield, and you lose that game. East trying to show that they're going to give West the fight of a lifetime in that Week 10 game. If they're able to beat a team that was able to beat West, it just gives you all the hope in the world that East is finally going to be able to get it done, not beating West since 2018.
Fairfield has already given up more points in this game than their last 3 contests. Most points that they've given up since their loss at Middletown, but man, East defense trying to get a stop here. Incredible job by the offense there. Carter Jones redeeming himself. And with 1:21 left, just not the kind of football that Fairfield's been used to playing here in these last couple of games. They've been used to driving down the field, taking all the time off the clock. They're going to need to move quick here if they want to put some more points up on the board before half.
Yeah, Fairfield gets to the line quickly. East will finally get out there on defense. Refs gives a signal that they are ready. Dominic back there with Corius Booker once again. That's going to take it, looks to the outside, under a lot of pressure, scrambles out to the left, trying to look for guys downfield, just floats it out of bounds. Great coverage downfield by East. Nowhere to go on Fairfield's first play of their drive.
This East secondary just trying to shut down the passing game. Great job there on first down. Going to be 2nd down and 10. Of course, you know, good job by back there throwing the ball out of bounds. Stops the clock there, an incompletion, but they're going to need to get it going here before half. Not much time left, 1:13 remaining, 2nd down and 10. So what are they going to do here?
That play just shaved off 8 seconds. Dominic back scrambling maybe a little too much. Fairfield only has 2 timeouts. Back will drop back again. Too far again.
There's a flag
for Mason
on the play.
Thomas. A flag will fly. It'll be holding on the offense, so Fairfield will get backed up even more. Or no, East will elect to decline the penalty, bringing up a 3rd down. Maybe want to get their offense one more shot to try and put even more points up on the board. Fairfield not been too good on these 3rd and long situations. They have picked it up once, though, on a big Dominic back run we saw in that first quarter. Dominic back doesn't look too comfortable back there throwing the ball. It's a couple times now he's tried to find his guy, Mason Thomas. Number 22, just either a little bit too far or too behind. Back will keep it himself, trying to recreate their first time, and another flag will fly, but he is brought down by Carter Jones. Looking like the penalty will be on Fairfield. Holding once again, East will decline. So this Fairfield offensive drive only takes 17 seconds off the clock. 1:04 now. Obviously going to be less after the punt, but a really great job from this East defense trying to give their offense one more shot at the end zone.
This East defensive line on that drive, just incredible. I mean, of course, forcing penalties, just getting pressure on the quarterback. When you got pressure back there, can't find open guys, just huge for this defense here. And East with 1:04 left. Can they get some points on the board here before half? Not what Fairfield was hoping for. You don't want to give the ball back to East after that last drive. Can East continue the passing game that we saw on from their last possession here? Carry that into half. Just shocked Fairfield so far here.
Punt is away from John Abramson. It is a really good one. Braxton Thurman elects for the fair catch. And yeah, I was about to say, caught that ball on the fair catch, but Fairfield defender still decided, I'm just going to tackle him. East will take the free yardage. You can't do that chance coming now from the student section. Thurman talking to the refs after that hit.
It's another one of those penalties for Fairfield here that you just cannot have. I mean, they're seeing some frustration, especially after that last drive, but you can't give East yards. There's still 56 seconds left in the half. Going to be close to the 50-yard line here. And East.
Kick catch interference is a 15-yard penalty. So take away the really good punt from John Abramson. Dumb mistake from Fairfield will set East up in Fairfield's territory now to start their drive. Their last drive only scored in just 2 minutes. This time they have half that time. 56 seconds on the clock. Knutson will drop back. Fire a screen pass to Ryder Hooks. He's got blockers out in front of him. Leaps and breaks the tackle into the clear. Gets a block from Jaden Say. Ryder Hooks all the way. Touchdown, Lakota East.
Ryder Hooks just bouncing off of defenders there. What an incredible play for East there. And man, Fairfield, that is not what you want from your defense. Great job by Ryder Hooks finding space in the open field. And Lakota East, if they can hit this extra point, 24 points in the first half, like I said, Fairfield has not allowed this many points now since their first game at Wayne, which they lost. And a 24-7 lead before half, potentially. Just huge for Lakota East.
I think this East offense has got its swagger back. Their only points last week, like I said, coming in garbage time against Princeton. 24 points in the first half put up against a Fairfield team who held Lakota West to just 7 last week. I mean, give credit to everybody on this offense. Knutson's making all the right decisions. PJ McFarland has had a couple of good catches. Chris Boyer, a couple grabs of his own. Carter Jones redeeming himself on the big touchdown, and Ryder Hooks doing what Ryder Hooks does. East offense feeding off the East defense.
East
showing
offense
out big right now.
Just not backing down after last week's game, you know. Looks like it motivated even more there for East. It's just an incredible job in this first half, creating big plays, and they've really tired down this Fairfield defense. With 45 seconds left, you got to wonder, can Fairfield get something before half here? They really need to get it going if they want a chance at winning this game. Another great kick there.
AJ Fitzstevens has been locked in this game, hitting on big field goals, making all of his extra points, and kicking a lot of his kickoffs into the back of the end zone. Fitzstevens, someone who has struggled a little bit when he can't quite get things going. So far, he has been perfect in this game. So Fairfield, now 45 seconds left on the clock. East still with 2 timeouts. Fairfield could be trying to score one more time before halftime. Would not be shocked to see them just go and run the ball. But with 2 timeouts on East, they might want to get the ball back to their offense once again. They will just hand it off now to Booker. Again, nowhere to go. Beckett, Bush, Toda, Carter Fosnov, all in there on the tackle for loss.
East defensive line just shutting down this Fairfield offense. I mean, of course, you saw in their last drive, Dominic Back had trouble finding open receivers, had trouble making plays. Everybody was covered and up front. A lot of pressure on that offensive line there. Going to need to play better in the second half if they want a shot here, and it's going to be 2nd down and 9. 5 seconds. Looks like they're just going to run it into halftime, and East 24-7.
You see the East players down there fired up. Carson Schroyer, Ryder Hooks, all trying to get this crowd hype. A huge first half for the Thunderhawks as they are up 24-7 on the Fairfield Indians. We'll step away for halftime. We apologize that we're not able to actually record the band. East band, very good. Don't want to give any film or any tape. Don't want their tape to be out over the internet anywhere. They want to save it for competition. So we apologize that we're not able to record it. We thank you for understanding. We'll try to get that second camera up and running for the second half. We appreciate you being here. I want to give a shout out to Butler Tech, our sponsors, and the Athletic Boosters, and you for watching the stream. I'll just get us into halftime real quick. Camera's already shut off. Trying to find a way to end this, but I just keep talking, don't I? All right, we'll go into halftime. East up 24-7. We welcome you back into the Hawks' nest. Your score 24-7, Lakota East. An offensive explosion in the first half. Ryder Hooks, a touchdown. Carter Jones, a touchdown. And a touchdown for PJ McFarland as well. Now Knutson, 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions, no turnovers for this East offense. Fairfield, on the other hand, has gotten nothing going. This East defense has been stopping the run. Dominic Beck has struggled mildly, not been able to hit on a lot of his passes. We apologize for coming in a little late, but camera 2 is up and running for the second half. That kick caught by Ryder Hooks in the end zone, but it will be a touchback. Alex, what are some other things you saw in that first half that really led to this East team being up so big?
Well, Beck, I have to say this has just been an impressive showing for this East defense here, getting pressure on the quarterback, getting pressure on that defensive line, creating penalties. And East, their offense is what's really impressed me tonight here. I mean, for Fairfield, this is the most points that they've given up since week 1. And East has just come out here and blown their doors off.
You hear Ryder Hooks with a nice run, but blown up. That is Gabe Ross, a really nice hit from this Fairfield defense. He's been one of the bright spots, been everywhere. Especially when Ryder Hooks gets the ball. You see, I mean, he's finding holes, but then it seems like as soon as he breaks through, Gabe Ross is there to blow him up. No different on that play. Knutson, after tossing 3 first half touchdowns, hands it off again to Ryder Hooks right up the middle. Going to be another short gain. Fairfield bringing up a quick 3rd down.
And you don't want to get conservative early, but at the same time, you're going to see a lot of runs from Ryder Hooks here in this game. I mean, already up 24-7. Fairfield, I mean, last week when they beat West, they just held on to the ball, and they can't do that now. Down by a huge deficit here, 24-7. 3rd down here for East.
Knutson drops back under a lot of pressure, but steps up. He's trying to get the first down himself. Fights forward. They're going to signal that he's short. But the chain gang moves. They know that he got enough. Knutson with a nice run. Now Knutson actually on the stat sheet has negative 76 yards because they factor in taking sacks as loss of yards. But he can get it done with his legs. Not quite the fastest guy in the world, but you see there picking up a nice first down on 3rd. They'll get it out to Ryder Hooks with a lot of speed on the outside. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds right after picking up another East first down.
Nice job by Knutson evading pressure there and then getting that play to Ryder Hooks. This Fairfield defense under a lot of pressure right now. I mean, they are just completely worn out. Coming into the second half, they need to make some stops, but so far, East, man, they're just moving the ball here. An incomplete pass there. The screen game has not been working too well here for East tonight. They had that fumble earlier on a screen play. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Not too much of an issue, 2nd down and 10, but, man, it's just screens. You really got to try and fix that a little bit going into your next match.
Yeah.
And continuing in here tonight, this game is not even over, not even close to over.
So just trying to get the ball to Jaden Say on that last play. Knutson will go right over the middle of the field to Chris Boyer, who again is hit hard. This Fairfield defense not afraid to get physical. Boyer's only going to pick up about 5. Had a lot of first half catches.
Boyer got lit up on that play there. Kind of pancaked by 2 Fairfield defenders, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. But a nice job there by Knutson finding the open man. And he converted last time on a 3rd down with his legs. See if he can do that again, get the ball to Ryder Hooks.
Fairfield not want to let that happen. They load the box, but Knutson will load up himself, and Jaden Say will make the catch. Finally gets going. Saw a lot of deep balls hit last year to Jaden Say. None so far this year. Really nice throw for Knutson. Jaden Say shows that he's still got it. Hasn't seen too much action here in the start of this season. Been a little bit disappointing, but may be the spark that he needs. He's set up now in the red zone. Knutson moving with a lot of confidence now. He will just hand it off to Ryder Hooks. Tries to find a hole. Hooks will push through and still going. Ryder Hooks stood up at the 2-yard line, but a first down run for Ryder Hooks, and East will be right at the goal line.
What a job by this Lakota East offense. Just incredible. Throwing the ball downfield, getting big plays in the run game, and man, they have just completely shut down this Fairfield team offensively, defensively, and an injured player on the field.
We will go to an injury timeout. Cannot quite see who it is, but we will step away for just a moment. We welcome you back. Ryder Hooks gonna throw to the end zone. Jaden Say, first touchdown of the year. We apologize for getting back to a little late. The injured Nana Balfour had to get taken off the field. And right afterwards, a pitch to Ryder Hooks. He throws it to Jaden Say, his first touchdown of the season. So East will move up 30-7. But it was East's left tackle, or right tackle, Nana Balfour, on the injury, had to limp off the field. We are hoping that he is okay.
Hoping everything's all right there for Nana. But, man, Jaden Say, 2 huge plays on this drive here. I mean, you had the big pass downfield, now catching a touchdown. We saw it earlier in the season with Chris Boyer just kind of getting things going, and Jaden Say, he's been quiet so far this season, but maybe that's just the spark that you need there. This East offense is just, this is extremely impressive so far, what we've seen. 31 points. And for Fairfield, that is just, that's the most points that they've given up, tied for the most this season. Still a lot of time left in this game. East can break that there. But, of course, prayers out to Nana there. Hope everything's all right with him. He walked off the field with the help of some of his teammates. But East extending their lead even more. And Fairfield, you can just kind of feel a bit of desperation here. They've got a huge hole to dig out of. And let's see, Fitzstevens has been incredible so far tonight. A great kickoff there.
This time it is fields by John Abramson, trying to get anything going for Fairfield. This is first return of the night. Nothing doing there. Carson Schroyer, the linebacker, in coverage. Of course, don't want to talk about it for too long with Nana Balfour, the biggest offensive lineman on this East O-line. He stands at 6'2", 265 pounds. He's a junior. Never want to see injuries. That is East's first big injury of the year. Could see a guy like Carter Fosnaw step in for him. We'll have to see when East comes back out on offense, but this time Fairfield will step out at around the 16-yard line. This game shaping up to be a lot like last year's. That final score was 59-17. East had a commanding victory in Fairfield, doing the same here at home. They'll give it to Mason Wheeler on the outside and stood up right at the line of scrimmage. East defense has been sensational tonight against the run.
Great job there by East, just completely stuffing that play up, and their defensive line has just been on fire tonight. Of course, secondary, holding them in the backfield, not letting them get any big plays, but this defensive line has just been very impressive. And Fairfield, second down, backed up in their own territory. What do you do here if you're Fairfield? There's not much you can really do. They haven't been able to get anything started all night.
Well, they'll go to what they do normally. A handoff to Corius Booker. Once again, stuffed. Another third down and long being brought up for the Fairfield Indians. Dominic Beck going to ask to pick up a huge third down to try and keep Fairfield's hopes alive. With already 5 minutes being shaved off this first half, East up 31-7. It's going to be tough for Fairfield to come back.
Third down and 6 here for this Fairfield offense. And, after last week beating West, just a bit of a hangover from that game. Can they get a first down here and open this half up with a first down?
Really goes to show that East-West game could be really good. PJ McFarland breaks right through and brings him down himself. He forces the ball out. Flags fly. East picks it up and takes it to the 1. We'll have to see what the penalty's on. But PJ McFarland did that play all himself.
Can't celebrate too early here. See what this flag is. And just costly penalty there for East, wiping that fumble recovery off the board. They're going to give Fairfield a first down. But even with that, just a great job by East here getting pressure on this offense. But Fairfield going to have a fresh set of downs here. Sigh of relief for them if they haven't already lost their breath so far. But
yeah, that was disastrous to say the least. But PJ McFarland not quite used to always playing defense. Hands got a little bit too high. Face mask called on him, so Fairfield will get a first down. Mason Wheeler punched down. Carson Schroyer, Beckett Bush getting into the backfield. East D-line not skipping a beat. Just a 1-yard pickup on first down.
Surprised to see Fairfield still running the ball here. When you're down by this much, it's just, you got to wonder, are they just kind of giving up here? They got lucky to get the first down, that face mask penalty. It's going to be second down and 9 here, but they've just really lost any momentum that they had. Looking kind of lifeless out here. Second down and 9.
Back going to hand it off again up the middle to Mason Wheeler. This time he'll push through and find a gap. Beckett Bush will bring him down, but it is a nice run on second down to make this third down a lot more manageable. Third down and 5 coming up for this Fairfield offense.
You don't need anything crazy here on third down. It's much more manageable after that good run there, but Fairfield, they need to find a big play down the field here at some point if they want any shot at winning this. Right now, they're just playing kind of scared here. This East defense has just shut them down.
They'll run it again to Mason Wheeler, giving Corius Booker some rest to start this half. Wheeler will not get enough for the first down. It'll bring up 4th and short. You see the Fairfield punt team coming on, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Move. I feel like in this situation, you want to keep your hope alive, you kind of have to go for it, don't you?
Yeah, I agree with you there, Beck. I think, you can't give up in this game. There's still 5 minutes left in the third quarter here. It's just not something I would expect Timeout here.
Timeout called by East. Might be confusing them a little bit too. Want to make sure Fairfield did not come out in a fake punt formation. Kitna talking to his guys now.
You got to give Corius Booker rest, but I'm just really surprised we haven't seen anything from him on this drive so far yet. He's had a really good game so far. I mean, you know, they've only got 7 points, so he hasn't done anything too crazy, but still, I mean, you got to get him involved. He's your playmaker. He can break tackles, make big plays, and let's see what Fairfield does here on 4th down. Are they going to keep that same decision?
They will not. Dominic Bag does go out there. Might wonder if John Kitna did not call that timeout, would Fairfield have punted? Not surprising to see the offense stay out there. They will go to Booker, like you said. Tries to find a hole. Nowhere to go. East D-line stands. Cody Doyle, Carter Fosnov. What a stand from this East D-line. What a turnaround.
The nightmare continues for this Fairfield offense in East. After last week's game, you give up 40 points, and, man, they've just been impressive tonight. Another great job by the defensive line there and a big 4th down stop in East. Can they extend this lead? Fairfield has not been able to stop the bleeding so far. It seems like they've done the opposite. And with 5:23 left in the third, you got to wonder if they're just going to kind of run the ball here. Saw him throw the ball downfield last drive to Jaden Say, get him going maybe a bit. Scream game has had some issues. Maybe they try to fix that up a bit.
And nice to see Jaden Say finally getting some reception and catches. Ryder Hooks trying to fight off of tackles. He picks up a nice gain of about 5.
And Ryder Hooks, even when you're running conservative, still finding holes, still playing tough. Just a great job by him there, picking up some good yards. Going to be 2nd down and 6 here for East, already on Fairfield's side of the field.
So Knutson will hit the sideline. See this Wildcat again. Carter Jones just hands it off to Ryder Hooks. Nice blocking downfield. Pushes through for the 1st down. East offense is humming right now.
Ryder Hooks just leveled that Fairfield defense on that play. Another 1st down for East, and man, this has been incredible so far. Already scored in this half. 4:33 left, and just got to assume they're going to keep running the ball here.
Yeah, take your time, right? No urgency right now. Already up big. You don't have to score a touchdown on every play. Little end around to Jaden Say. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Nice cuts. Get him up about 6 yards to the 25-yard line. Jaden Say, no targets in that 1st half, giving him a lot of opportunities here, and he's taking advantage of them. Had a lot of drops last week against Princeton. Still trying to get things rolling, but he has had a big 2nd half. See him lining up there all the way to the left side of your screen alongside Chris Boyer, Carter Jones. 3 really good receivers. Knutson will look that way. Finds a hole in the pocket, but he is hit, and the ball comes out. It'll be the 1st turnover of the game for Niall Knutson. Didn't look too comfortable in the pocket. Evan Colgrove on the hit. And Kobe Lewis on the recovery.
Colgrove just stripping that ball off. Good job by him there. But Knutson, I mean, you've seen him on some running plays in this game so far. You just can't cough up the football like that. Fairfield going to get it back on offense. Down 31-7. Last time they had the ball, they got stopped on 4th down. They're going to be set up on their own 21-yard line. And at this point of the game, I mean, when you're down by this much, you just want to get something going here.
Yeah, your defense got you the stop you desperately needed. His back will hand it up the middle to Corius Brooker.
Oh, some hand fighting going on there. Number 1 and 17. But great job there by East. Even when they're up by this much, still playing aggressively. just stopping them, not letting them get any holes there. No big plays. Going to be 2nd down and 8 here for Fairfield.
Now obviously this game far from over. Still 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Still an entire 4th quarter to play. But Dominic Back is out right now for Fairfield as Mason Wheeler will take that run for a nice gain.
Going to be just short of the 1st down there, but Fairfield, I mean, they like to run the ball, but at this point of the game, it's just kind of an odd play call there, but it's going to be 3rd down and short. Got a chance to break off a big play potentially here. You just need to get a fresh set of downs.
So not quite sure if Dominic Back is shaken up or what, but Randall Parker, backup quarterback, now out there for Fairfield. Corius Booker again swallowed up. This time it's Carson Schroyer with the tackle for loss. It'll bring up a 4th down. And Fairfield's punt team will come on.
Great job for East here, just stopping Corius Booker so far in this 2nd half. They've not been able to get him going. He had a pretty good 1st half. They just couldn't get any points off of his runs, but East just continuing their dominance here tonight. Fairfield gonna punt. See if East can hold the football, run some clock here.
Punt is away from John Abramson. Another good one. Nobody back to return for East over the head of everyone. And look at the roll it gets. What a punt from John Abramson. He punted that ball from the 20 to the other 20.
All the way back to about their own 19-yard line there. Really good punt. East probably just going to run the ball here, but I'd like to see Say get involved a bit more. I mean, you don't need to chuck the guy the ball. You just need to get him involved in some short slants, you know, maybe screens. But East offense has just been really impressive. You can see the home crowd here. They're amped up. They're happy. It's homecoming weekend. Everybody's just ready to go here, and it's been a great night. East has been pretty good in homecoming games these past couple of years, and, I mean, of course, last year, going into Fairfield's homecoming and blowing them out on the road. Just really impressive. Really impressive what Kitten has been able to do with this team. He's got these guys ready and amped up, and they are putting the GMC on notice tonight. East looks like they might be
not quite sure if there's a penalty after that play or not, but the ball is backed up a little bit farther. Like you're saying, though, you want to put the GMC on notice. I mean, this Fairfield team held Lakota West to just 7 points and beat them 10-7. East is up 31-7 right now, letting the GMC know, yeah, maybe we got blown out to Princeton, but this East team is still good. They still got guys that can take over games, and we're still going to give you a fight every single time we play against you.
East, I mean, they've only lost 2 games so far this season. I mean, Mason going into their game, they were 0-2, but they've also won 3 straight games. And then, of course, Princeton, they are on a 4-game winning streak, so they're just a tough team. East has beat some really, or their losses are to really good teams so far this season. So it's just gauntlet of a schedule. I mean, of course, you got to play West every year. That's always a big game. 3rd down here.
Yeah, a little too far on that last throw for Carter Jones. Really, everybody in this East receiving core having a big night. Exactly what you want to do is you build momentum, as next week you've got to go and play Middletown, who is undefeated currently. Could not see their score. They are playing Lakota West, so West looking to bounce back against an undefeated Middletown team. So this definitely a momentum builder as Ryder Hooks gets taken down at the 35. Great job from Gabe Ross to run him down. Everybody held their breath for a second. Looked like Ryder Hooks could have taken that one the distance, but could not quite get around Gabe Ross. Man, he's been everywhere tonight for Fairfield's defense.
Ryder Hoax, just such an incredible athlete. And I mean, going back to East's schedule, they got to go play at Middletown next week. Then they got Coleraine, Sycamore before Lakota West. Coleraine and Sycamore, 2 teams at the bottom of the GMC, so going to have a good opportunity to open up the playbook in those games. I mean, hopefully you don't walk into a trap game here, but just an impressive showing by East tonight.
They'll hand it off to Braden August now on the left side. Let Ryder Hooks take some breaths. August tackled hard.
Gonna be
Kobe Lewis on the tackle. My goodness.
That was just an incredible tackle there by Fairfield, but good job picking up 5 yards. He was running to the side there for a bit, but managed to pick up some good yardage, and that's the end of the third quarter here.
It will be the end of the third quarter. Knutson tried to pull him off sides just a little bit, but your score, 31-7. East tacks on a touchdown in that third quarter. Defense still playing amazing, shutting Fairfield down. We will be back at the start of the fourth quarter. We apologize for getting back late once again. Having more camera troubles. Seems like every week it's something new right here up in the booth. Knutson tried to load up and hit Chris Boyer deep downfield. Wasn't exactly a great throw. Boyer had to kind of cover it like a fair catch, but Fairfield defender draped on his back, hit him a little bit too early, and a big pass interference called on the defense. It was Gabe Ross in coverage, a little too eager to try and get that interception.
Fairfield, I mean, that's just a tough situation when you got to guard Chris Boyer. Guy's just an athletic freak, but East gonna line it up quick here and timeout.
Timeout called by East. It is their second timeout call to this half. We will stay with you. So a little bit surprising to see East still loading it up and firing it deep here, up big, 31-7 in the fourth quarter. But it's been an offensive explosion through the air. Ryder Hooks has had some really nice runs, but other than that Hamilton and Centerville game, it just kind of seems like these weeks in between, sometimes he's just getting hit at the line of scrimmage. He's got to make guys miss. He hasn't really gotten the space. The only 2 games I feel like he got a lot of space were that Centerville and Hamilton game. Fairfield has done a good job at hitting him early, making sure he can't make the big play happen. He has had one of those big plays. He had a 50-yard catch earlier, and then he took another screen pass to the house right before halftime. But it's been through the air where this East offense has thrived. See exactly what I'm saying there. This Fairfield D-line doing a good job of keeping him contained, but when you got all your guys focused on Ryder Hooks, it opens up passing lanes. This East offense has actually been able to exploit that really well in this game, firing it everywhere. Now Knutson playing with a lot of confidence. He's already tossed 3 touchdowns in this game. Only 1 turnover coming on a strip sack fumble. But this is huge for his confidence going into that game next week against Middletown.
I mean, as a defense, when you got to go out there and guard guys like Chris Poyer and Knutson, I mean, Knutson, he's shown us today he can get some running plays going there, and Jordan Say and Ryder Hooks, it's just kind of wears you out sometimes here. And East, I mean, even on that play for Chris Poyer, got the interference off of that, just breaking down defenses play by play. There goes Knutson.
Knutson trying to find somebody over the middle. Almost picked off by Axel Rogers coming from that linebacker spot. Dangerous throw, trying to hit Chris Boyer. Very few times has that look to Chris not connected in this game.
Axel Rogers is a really great player for Fairfield. I mean, he's third in the GMC tied for third in the GMC for interceptions. And, I mean, penalty there. Looks like East we backed up a little bit, but 2nd and 19 here. But with 10 minutes left in this game, I mean, there's really not much else that they got to prove here. Fairfield finally wrapping up Hooks in the backfield. I mean, he's just been going crazy in the second half, finally getting him behind the line there. It's going to be 3rd down and 19. See if they play it conservative here. But East has just completely worn down this Fairfield defense.
Yeah, not surprising. Well, it is surprising to see Ryder Oaks finally get stopped, but will not be surprised to see Knutson just try and air it out. You see Chris Boyer, Jaden Say, opposite sides of the field. He will drop back, fires it down there to PJ McFarland, who makes a nice grab, and McFarland's off to the races, down to the 10-yard line. PJ McFarland's first catch of the second half is a big one. Huge pickup on 3rd and 18.
PJ McFarland, guys, got a touchdown tonight. Had a bit of a quiet night, and still, I mean, he scored here. A big play there for East. Just moving down the field once again, running some clock, and let's see if they can extend this lead.
And you talk about the receiving threats. Carter Jones, Jaden Say, Chris Boyer. Sometimes you forget they still got PJ McFarland out there to throw the ball to. That time way too high for Chris Boyer, who cannot come down with it. But PJ McFarland doesn't always seem like he's the focal point of the offense. You know, he's not getting the ball every single play. They're not force-feeding him down the field. They just seem to find him when they need it. He always makes the big play. Playing center in basketball as well. 4 varsity sports for PJ McFarland. True athlete out there. You see him go into motion. He will lead block for Ryder Hooks on the left side. He does a good job of it. Hooks goes airborne. But it'll be a nice pickup on 3rd down, bringing up, I was on 2nd down, actually bringing up on a 3rd and 4. Don't want to see Ryder Hooks taking too many jumps or hits like that in a 31-7 blowout.
Yeah, Ryder Hooks, I mean, just a sigh of relief there for the East fans. They just went up in the air, picked up some good yards. Going to be 3rd down and 4, and this clock just continues to run.
And time slipping away for Fairfield. Feeling a very demoralized. Big showing from this East offense. They'll give it to Ryder Hooks again. Nowhere to go that time. Jake Schwartz getting into the backfield. Hasn't been such a losing effort from this Fairfield defense. It just seems like they're getting tired out. Fairfield's offense cannot stay on the field to save their life. East defense has come up big. Fairfield is playing very physical in this game. They're making big hits. They're being where they need to be. Gabe Ross has been literally everywhere. But East has just been a little bit better. They've been a little bit 2 steps ahead every single time with their play calling and wearing this defense out.
Fitzstevens.
It'll bring up 4th and 5. Fitzstevens has had a great night. That kick is up and good. He goes 2 for 2 on field goals in this game. It'll push East's lead up to 27 now as they go up 34-7 with just 7 minutes, 58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. We will step away for just a moment. We welcome you back. Beautiful shot of the moon there. Take me back to my 8th grade days at Hopewell. Is that a waning or waxing crescent, Alex?
I have no idea, honestly, there. But
Neither of us paid attention in Mr. Craig's science class. Shout out Mr. Craig at Hopewell.
like you said, just a beautiful night here and a beautiful game for East. So far, this has just been a complete 180 of what we saw last week on offense from the Thunderhawks. Kickoff there.
Not fielded cleanly by Fairfield. He has to pick it up, trying to reverse fields. Finds a couple of blockers, finally taken down at the 25-yard line. Like you said, great shot of the moon there. Beautiful night for football. Perfect weather. Can't see the clouds in the sky anymore, and even during the day, just a little cloudy. Temperature's getting down to kind of around 60 degrees, maybe dipping in the high 50s maybe. East has taken full advantage of this perfect weather. They've been flying around on offense, flying around on defense. Fairfield, no answers right now, no clue what to do on offense, as that is Parker Randall still in at quarterback. He'll try and take it himself. He's got some wheels. He points for his guy to go upfield. Carson Schroyer can't quite catch up to him. Parker Randall with a nice run. It's their backup quarterback. He's actually a freshman out there. So Dominic Back, a senior. Back going to be gone after this year. I mean, they're already down this big. Why not try a young guy? Parker Randall always showing a little bit of running prowess and some maneuverability there. He'll fake the give and go deep down the field, way over the head of Kayvon Burns, who had Fairfield's only touchdown this game that was tipped right to him. You take away that and put it as an interception, and Fairfield has a goose egg up on the scoreboard right now. East could have had maybe 7 more, but what happened, happened.
Yeah,
that time just could not connect.
There's always two sides to every story. I mean, East just a great rebound from last week's loss to Princeton, but Fairfield, I mean, hangover from last week's West game, going to be 3rd down and 4 here, but they've just gotten completely shut down today.
Parker hands it off to Wheeler on the outside, who stays in bounds. Some nice runs from Mason Wheeler, fired up. They might have been talking a little bit to Coach Kitna there.
Chris Paul cuts the lead to 42 right there, but I don't know if I'd be talking if I was down this much in this game. Fairfield putting your backups in here, just trying to find something, you know, trying to get those young guys warmed up and going. But East, I mean, they're still staying pretty steady here. Had a great night so far. Fairfield trying to move the ball downfield, and a penalty.
Flags fly. I'll have to see what it is. Mason Wheeler on that last run, just a junior. Corius Booker, a freshman. Fairfield could have quite the running back tandem duo next year with Wheeler and Booker both staying. Also a very young O-line. Junior left tackle Cameron Krigler. Junior left guard Julian Young. Sophomore right guard Ahmad Hicks. So this a young O-line, young running backs, and you see Parker Randall in right now. He's a freshman, so a lot of bright spots for the future of this Fairfield team. They will hand it off to Wheeler again. He's still running with a lot of power and a lot of determination still. Down big here in the fourth quarter, showing no quit on his team. Letting know this East defense, hey, he's still there, he's still playing.
And Fairfield, this is going to be just a tough loss for them. I mean, their schedule does not get any easier after this. They got to play Mason next week. Then you got Princeton on the 17th of October. Got to go to Oak Hills in their last game of the season. A team that really played up there with East. So just going to be a tough schedule from here.
Wheeler once again will get the carry. This time he is hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. Dawson Reap not letting him go nowhere. It'll bring up a 3rd down and long for Randall Parker and the rest of this offense. Or Parker Randall, sorry.
3rd down and 11 here. Fairfield, you just want to see maybe, or excuse me, I'm sorry. 3rd down and 9. Just want to see if you could get something going here, but Fairfield just has not been able to move the ball downfield that too well tonight.
Randall will give it again to Wheeler. Interesting decision on 3rd and long there to go with the run. He will pick up a nice gain, but brings up a 4th and 5.
And
I think going to have to stay out there on offense.
I think at this point of the game, you know, you just kind of demoralize. You know, you got to tell your guys, you know, it's a tough game to lose, but let's get ready for next week. Try to get the young guys prepared here. They got 4th down here. See if you can get something here.
You see the defensive changeup. 4 down linemen for East right now. They'll give it to Mason Wheeler on the outside. Carson Schroyer not fast enough. Wheeler will pick up the 1st down on a 4th down and 5 outside handoff. Got to give some credit to him. He is still running with a lot of determination right now, not going away. If this East defense doesn't want to give up a 2nd touchdown, they're going to have to lock in on him.
East has done a great job when they're backed up in their own territory against Fairfield today. I mean, of course, you saw the 2 straight blocked kicks. Of course, they were a little bit low, but still just very impressive so far what we've seen from them today.
Abramson will go into motion, their punter. They'll give it to Wheeler again. Oh, he is rocked. We've said that quite a lot today. Dalton Cheney with a big hit. Yeah, this East defensive line, they're finding their footing here in the middle of the season. This group could turn into something scary if they keep building this momentum. How they're playing tonight, if they can carry that into next week against a really good Middletown team. East defense could look a lot different later in the year than they did at the start. All starts with the leaders, especially the young guys, though. Dalton Cheney, another big hit there. Cheney gets in there again. Carter Fosnov also there, along with Dawson Reap. Mason Wheeler a lot less fired up after those 2 runs. You can see he is very gassed.
And he got absolutely rocked on that one play there. But East, man, they don't want to give up anything here. 4 minutes left in the game. You're up 34-7. And the passion that we're seeing from this East defense is just incredible. What they've been able to do tonight, and they're still playing with that same kind of passion here late in the 4th quarter. It's going to be 3rd down and 11.
Randall put Howes in motion. He will drop back, trying to go to the end zone. Broken up by Ryder Hooks. Carter Jones also in coverage. Some words being exchanged from Kayvon Burns and Ryder Hooks, but great coverage that time downfield by the 2 offensive stars, Carter Jones, Ryder Hooks, making big plays on defense. It'll now be 4th down and 11.
Ryder Hooks and Carter Jones, just incredible 2-way players there. But that's just a great play by this East defense. And 4th down, they're staying out here on the field. Why not? I mean, at this point of the game, you might as well, but they've had some issues kicking tonight, so see if they could pick up a 1st down. long fourth
Already down big. Parker Randall, a lot of miscommunication. Starting to feel bad for him at this point. Tackle for loss on 4th down. East's offense will take over. Just 3 minutes, 48 seconds left in the game. Would not be shocked to see them just run the clock out. Huge win for the Thunderhawks in the Hawks' Nest on homecoming night. Night before homecoming.
Lakota East got to go play at Middletown next week. Then they got Coleraine. Then they got to travel to Sycamore before their game against Lakota West. Fairfield, got to go. They got Mason at home next week. Then they got to go to Hamilton, Princeton at home, and then at Oak Hills. But just a very impressive win, as you said, for East here tonight. Looking to just kind of run this clock out, run this game out. An awesome showing by East here after last week's loss.
You see A.J. Skoog in there, backup quarterback. We'll hand it off to Braden August. Good 5-yard gain that time for the sophomore running back. He's going to have to be the guy next year to step in for Ryder Hooks. Obviously, a lot changes from your sophomore to junior year. That's where we see the guys probably take the biggest jump. Braxton Thurman on defense could be another one of those guys that could just slide back into that running back spot. He was 3rd-string running back behind Ryder Hooks and Chauncey Peck last year. Had some explosive runs, had some really explosive returns. Dangerous return man. I'll hand it off to August again. The way August is running right now, I think Braxton Thurman could probably just stay on defense. Interesting to see where the rest of this Lakota East Thunderhawk team will go in the near future. Freshman team still undefeated on the year, led by Drew Daly. Could be coming for now Knutson's spot next year in the upcoming year. Is going to be an interesting quarterback here in Lakota East. Drew Daly, highly touted freshman quarterback. He has that scrambling ability that Knutson kind of lacks. A.J. Skoog right now. He is a senior. He will not return next season. A lot of backups in right now for East. Skoog hands it off to August, who finds a hole and breaks through again. August. Some nice vision on that run.
For Lakota
Some good
East,
blocking from this O-line as well.
just a special group of guys, especially that senior group. Had a very good team when they were freshman football, I'm sorry, but just Lakota East, they've got really good players here. The culture, the change we've seen recently has just been amazing. And Kitna, I mean, the way he's turned this team around, just an awesome sight.
A lot of hope for the future of him as head coach at Lakota East. I mean, I'm thinking back to when I was a sophomore. East goes 1-9. You know, Ryder Hooks as a sophomore had a really nice season. So did Zion Neal, but it just, something was missing. And I think the culture is such a huge thing. I mean, the difference between year 1 of John Kidna and year 2 of John Kidna was amazing. Like I mean, I was gearing up for that second season to commentate alongside Max Earl. Shout out Max. And I was just thinking, I gave our ceiling maybe 4 and 6, and I was happy to say so after winning just 1 game last year. Entirely different feel of this East team year 2, and they're just building off that huge spark and huge momentum that they built last year in year 3 of Coach Kitna. First time coaching high school football without his son at the quarterback spot, and he's done a great job. Now Knutson leads the GMC in passing yards. A.J. Skoog that time throwing it out to Nick Moreau, senior to sophomore. Skoog will go again outside to Moreau, who makes a nice cut. Tackled down at the 29-yard line. He was hoping to stay up that time. A lot of backups in for Fairfield as well.
Yeah, and
Moreau, just a sophomore, already making some big plays here in garbage time.
the turnaround of this team has really been impressive. I mean, I remember sophomore year.
Skoog will just step out of bounds there.
Sophomore year, you know, going to games, had that one game, it was Princeton put up 70 points. just going out and playing jackpot with some people during the game. That's how bad it was. But the turnaround that they have had is just incredible. And with 19 seconds left, Lakota East, another victory on the season, will move to 4-2, and a lot of hope for this team. You know, last week they ran into a juggernaut in the playoffs at Moeller.
And fans getting excited. Just second down, but they want to try the new addition to their team. Or maybe not, taking a timeout maybe. Not quite sure what the stoppage is for. I believe it will be an East timeout. Wanted to say that was Bailey Bacher out there. As far as I know, the first female in Lakota East High School history to be on varsity football. She's going to try and trot out to kick this field goal. The soccer star switching to football to help East's kicking game out. The only reason I'm confused is I thought they gave her number 10, trotting out there with number 34. Walker's kick is low. It will not make it. So her first varsity kick doesn't quite get there. A long kick anyways, but still a great moment for Lakota East, the first female to ever play varsity football. And you might see her kicking a little bit more in the next coming weeks, depending on how our kicking game really shapes out. I mean, a couple of these games, it's been very shaky. AJ Fitzstevens, Tyler Gruber, still trying to get things rolling. That's why Coach Kidna asked her to try out, and she did very good in tryouts. That's why you see her on the field right now. But Fairfield will take over. 15 seconds left in this game. It's going to be hard to take that Scott. Maybe AJ Fitzstevens felt a little chip on his shoulder after they brought her on the team. He was great kicking tonight. Kicked the one field goal early. Tyler Gruber able to go out there and kick the second one, but AJ Fitzstevens was kicking footballs to the back of the end zone on kickoff. So
and
going to be hard for Bailey to try and climb the ranks after a performance like this from AJ Fitzstevens.
Yeah, and I mean, even if you don't make the kick for Bailey Bacher, that's just really impressive. Of course, she's a multi-sport athlete, played for multiple varsity teams, but it's just a really wholesome sight to see, and just hope to see more of that in football in the upcoming years.
You see a lot more females, especially with a soccer background. You know, these high school teams, not every guy that plays soccer is going to want to go out there and kick, so they bring her on. First field goal doesn't quite make it, but we might see her in the next coming weeks. But East will let the clock roll out. A huge win at home in the Hawks' Nest on a homecoming game. Your final score will be 34-7. I want to give a shout out to all of our athletic boosters, parents at home watching us, supporting us. We thank you very much. East will move up to 4-2. Fairfield drops to 3-3. I was Beck Lucas alongside of Alex Tipton. We hope to bring you the game next week against Middletown. Might be hard, not quite sure of Middletown's booth situation, but nonetheless, we'll try to get in the stands if we can. We appreciate you sticking with us. Good night, everybody.